Tonight in your neighborhood, Corpus Christi's Stage 3 water restrictions are taking a toll on local businesses. Neighborhood News reporter Alexis Scott speaks with a Bay Area landscaper who's struggling to stay afloat. On the city's west side, an investigation underway at this Super 8 motel after an early morning shooting. We'll tell you what we know so far and why police need your help. And clearing the way, Neighborhood News reporter Adam Beam tells us what comes next for Senate Bill 4 and what this means for undocumented citizens. Chris 6 News at 5 starts right now. And we thank you for joining us. I'm Andy Lascano. Many local businesses struggling with these water restrictions due to the current drought. But is there anything that can be done? That's the question. So tonight, Neighborhood News reporter Alexis Scott goes to the Bay Area to find out how these businesses can be helped.
Lawn and landscaping businesses across Corpus Christi are struggling under Stage 3 water restrictions. I'm Alexis Scott, your Bay Area Neighborhood News reporter, speaking with a local business owner who is feeling the strain.
Because of the water restrictions, the phone isn't ringing.
A new reality for Bruce Goulet, owner of Affordable Landscape Design and Installation. After Stage 3 water restrictions went into effect in December, he tells me his business has suffered.
Usually we'd be scheduled 3 or 4 weeks out with people needing our services to do landscape design and installation or grading and sodding.
Goulet says the builders he works with have also slowed down business, which affects him. He's gone from having close to 15 crew members all the way down to 4 because there's no work for them. To make ends meet, he and a friend partnered on a business venture to make custom repairs on cars and motorcycles.
With that, it's helped me to sustain myself. You know, I've got to pay shop rent, I have truck payments.
Goulet recently applied for the city's Drought Resilient Workforce Stability Grant Program.
I would like to continue to keep them employed and then add, some more workers. I can buy another used truck, another trailer, and buy some of the water supply tanks.
The city is working with Lift Fund to help small business owners and nonprofit organizations impacted by the restrictions. Anyone who applies can receive up to $50,000 in grant money. Goulet says he appreciates the support for business owners like himself, but he hopes a long-term plan for water comes sooner than later. If you are a local business owner impacted by Stage 3 water restrictions, you can apply for assistance through the Drought Resilience Workforce Stability Grant Program. We'll have more details about the program on christv.com. In the Bay Area, I'm your Neighborhood News reporter, Alexis Scott, Chris 6 News.
All right, Alexis, thanks for that report. Lake levels continue to go down, 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 and little to no sign of improvement in the near future. Earlier this month, we reached 1,000 days of water restrictions. Lake levels dropped to a combined 17.1% capacity between the Choke Canyon Reservoir and Lake Corpus Christi. That's as of today. So now the question a lot of folks are asking, any chance of rain in the future? So to find out, let's send it over to meteorologist Julia Quady. Oh, Julia, what can you tell us? Any chance?
There's a chance.
All right.
There's a chance this weekend. It's not looking super promising. I'm feeling more confident about another time earlier next week. Oh, okay. So right now it's not looking super positive, but even just any bits of showers we can get at this point, we'll be very grateful to have that in the forecast. But right now things are going to be dry. Right now, taking a look at our CC Skycam over on Snoopy's Pier, we can see things are moving pretty well in terms of having lighter wind speeds. Also still looking at clear skies and sunny conditions all throughout the area. Temperatures though were significantly cooler today at this point compared to where we were yesterday, of course due to that cold front that passed on through, reinforcing these dry conditions and now offering us cooler temperatures during the afternoon. Here in Corpus Christi sitting at 73 degrees, 74 over in Robstown as well as Kingsville, 75 in Mathis, and 72 degrees over in Beeville. So we're looking at a drastic change in our temperatures, around 15 degrees cooler, but more details on what you can expect in the upcoming days in our rain forecast coming up.
We'll look forward to that, Julia, for sure. Well, today, President Trump signed an executive order aimed at eliminating the Department of Education. Scripps News Group's Karia Tubman looks at what impact that could have on schools and students.
President Trump signing an executive order Thursday aimed at eliminating the Department of Education. The order directing Education Secretary Linda McMahon to take all necessary steps to facilitate the closure of the agency. Actually eliminating the Education Department would require an act of Congress, which McMahon acknowledged during her confirmation hearing.
It is set up by the United States Congress, and we work with Congress. It clearly cannot be shut down without it.
The president has long been a critic of the agency.
I'm going to close the Department of Education and move education back to the states.
And points to it as a reason U.S. students are falling behind. But the agency's work goes beyond the classroom, according to Rachel Pereira from the Brookings Institution.
The Department of Education does not run local public schools. It doesn't set curriculum. It has nothing to do with hiring.
The department does provide some funding for public schools and for student financial aid, and it helps protect students' civil rights. The White House says those functions won't go away, but Pereira questions that idea.
And the idea that they'll be able to carry out all of its core functions that are labor intensive, make sure that money gets to where it's supposed to get, is farcical.
And education advocates like Will Del Pilar with think tank Ed Trust worry about who could be impacted.
To me, the sad thing is that many of the protections that are in place protect the students that are most vulnerable. It's the students who depend on these resources that are going to be most impacted.
Katie Tubman, Scripps News Group.
Well, let's talk about some news back here at home. Corpus Christi police are investigating a shooting at the Super 8 motel on SPID between Castores and Ayers. The shooting was reported about 4:30 this morning. When officers showed up, they found a 24-year-old man with a gunshot wound. He was on the third floor breezeway. According to police, his injuries were not life-threatening. The victim was inside a hotel room when he was shot, and police say the victim and the shooter, they knew one another. No arrest has been made. Also locally, the Nueces County Medical Examiner's Office has identified the motorcyclist who was killed in a traffic accident over this past weekend. He's 64-year-old Johnny Bryant, who was riding his motorcycle early Saturday morning when he was hit by a pickup truck at the intersection of Airline and Holly. Bryant later died from his injuries at a local hospital. Police say the driver of the truck was trying to turn from Holly onto Airline when Bryant's motorcycle was hit. The driver of the truck was ticketed. A recent move by the Justice Department to rescind a lawsuit filed during the Biden administration could pave the way for Senate Bill 4. Tonight, Neighborhood News reporter Adam Beam has the details on what this means for undocumented citizens right here in Texas.
I'm your Neighborhood News reporter, Adam Beam. When we last reported on Senate Bill 4, the Biden administration had filed suit against the legislation that would allow law enforcement to arrest those they suspected to be undocumented citizens. Now, the Department of Justice has dropped that suit, meaning that the bill could potentially make a return in the near future.
Amid an already active week for immigration concerns across the country, sights are now set on Texas.
It's a little hard to imagine what it'll be like if it is.
The Justice Department rescinding a suit filed during the previous administration, clearing the way for Senate Bill 4.
And that's nothing that's really been done before.
The bill was introduced by Governor Greg Abbott in 2023 and would make entry over the Texas-Mexico border a state crime and allow law enforcement to arrest any individual suspected of being an undocumented citizen. Under SB 4, those arrested could be charged with a Class B misdemeanor.
It's kind of the same as a first-time DWI, someone who has marijuana under 2 grams.
Any subsequent offenses being deemed a second-degree felony.
If you get a second DWI, that doesn't change anything. If you get a second theft charge or drug charge, that doesn't change anything.
Following a conviction and prison sentence, a judge would then be required by law to order those individuals to be removed from the U.S. entirely.
Now, the state judges also have the authority to say, well, we're not going to prosecute you, we're just going to send you back. But again, they're enforcing an immigration law.
Immigration attorney Deborah Rodriguez believes that while SB 4 has not gone into effect yet, its potential passage could create even more legal challenges for those here legally as well.
This could very well lead to racial profiling. I see it right now more so than I ever have. That's without SB 4. It's a little hard to imagine what it'll be like if it is.
While the Department of Justice has dropped its suit against Senate Bill 4, it is still being challenged in the Court of Appeals by advocate groups out of El Paso County. In Corpus Christi, I'm your neighborhood news reporter, Adam Beam, Chris 6 News.
Adam, thanks for that report. Former Alice and Robstown Police Chief Rex Ramon died Thursday morning after a battle with cancer. Mr. Ramon was given a police escort back to Alice. He was hired as Alice Police Chief in June of 2014, but before becoming chief, he'd been with the Alice Police Department for 26 years, started on patrol, moved up the ranks serving as corporal, sergeant, detective, and in narcotics for 10 years. He was hired as Robstown's top cop in July of 21, served with town there for a couple of years before he was let go in January of last year. All right, you want to stay with us because we have some road closures taking place right now that might affect your morning commute. We're going to take a look at where they are and how long they'll last when we come back.
You're watching Chris 6, part of the Scripps News Group.
Well, keep your eyes open because changes are coming to downtown Corpus Christi, and city leaders say they're necessary to improve safety and boost business. The Agnes Reconfiguration Project aims to convert the last one-way stretch of Chaparral into a two-way road. The city also wants to add wider sidewalks, better lighting, more parking, and redesigning the Kinney and South Chaparral intersection. Project's still in the beginning stages, and city leaders will meet again in the coming weeks to discuss project improvements. Now, we have a closure that's about to get underway, which could affect your commute. Everhart Road will have a pre-dawn closure tonight from 2 to 6 in the morning to pour concrete as part of the ongoing Everhart Road project. The area affected is from Lamont Street to Vernon Drive, and once again, this closure is going to be from 2 to 6 in the morning. Well, we have another closure happening right now that you should know about. On Airline between Holly and Woodbridge Road, varying road closures will be in effect for the next 10 days. This road work is for paving and will close each lane one at a time during the process. It's expected to last until March 28th, so just a couple of weeks or so away. Speaking of all this traffic, it's rush hour in the Coastal Bend, so let's see what's going on with Julia Quady. What's it look like out there right now? Not too bad?
Yeah, not too bad right now. We can see things are moving pretty well throughout most of our roadways, but let's first get a quick view of our Skycam above SPID. We can see things are moving pretty decent for the most part. Got some folks out there on the roads, but no issues with congestion as we take a look at our Skycam. Let's now go ahead and take a look at our traffic flow map so to get a better idea what you can expect for your drive. Heading from Portland over to the Harbor Bridge in both directions, things are moving pretty well, but you can expect a bit of a significant slowdown as you start to get off of the Harbor Bridge, heading towards the Corpus Christi area. Moving now towards downtown, things are moving pretty decently on Ocean Drive for the most part, as well as on SPID. Throughout Saratoga, though, you can expect some mixtures of medium to slow paces happening in terms of your traffic flow at this hour. Moving on over to Flower Bluff, same thing of some more slowdowns happening throughout parts of Washington Road as well as on Flower Bluff Drive. But then heading on the JFK Causeway going to and from the island, you expect some pretty easy driving conditions. Just approaching the JFK Causeway, though, you can see a bit of a medium speed happening there, though. That's it for Traffic Report with details of your forecast coming up. Hey there, good afternoon and welcome back. I'm meteorologist Julia Quady. Still got sunshine, clear skies out there for us for this afternoon, but we can have a bit of a notable difference as it relates towards our temperatures right now. We had that cold front that passed through yesterday, now giving us some cooler temperatures to deal with for us throughout this afternoon. Right now, taking a look at our Whataburger Skycam of Whataburger Field, you can see those dry conditions continue to stay in place in terms of having not really much of any cloud cover out there in our skies either. Again, contributing factor, those drier conditions in place from that cold front's passage. Temperatures are going to be definitely on the cooler side throughout the Coastal Bend. Most neighborhoods only saw their temperatures really topping out in towards the lower 70s or maybe the mid 70s throughout some areas. But right now here in Corpus Christi, sitting at 73 degrees, 74 over in Robstown as well as Kingsville, 75 right now in Mathis. So again, a cooler day for us, significantly so in terms of looking at where our temperatures were just 24 hours ago compared to where we are at this moment. Across the Coastal Bend, we're looking at temperatures temperatures being anywhere between 13, 14, 15, or even up to 19 degrees cooler right now compared to yesterday. So the cold front definitely did its thing in terms of cooling down our temperatures back down a little bit closer towards our near average for us this afternoon. Now taking a closer look at one of our neighborhoods over towards the south side, you can see you guys are all clocking your temperatures to be pretty much around that same realm into the upper 60s or maybe into the lower 70s right now as it relates towards your temperatures. Now our winds, those have also calmed down significantly for us. I'm sure you can remember earlier this morning, throughout the early part of this afternoon, we did have some pretty strong gusty winds still coming in a little bit from a northerly direction. Now our winds have calmed down pretty significantly. Now a little bit closer towards the single digits for wind speeds going further inland, closer towards the coast, still double digits, but again, below 15 miles an hour for us right now. Now our winds are going to start to gradually begin to shift to more of an easterly direction. So that's going to contribute to more moisture, humidity slowly coming back to the forecast. And that's going to definitely help us out with our still elevated fire danger that is technically still in place right now. So we can look forward to that continue to be in place today and ahead for tomorrow and your Friday. But things are expected to improve because of that added moisture that's going to build, especially as we head towards this upcoming weekend. We'll drop down towards that moderate zone, getting a bit of a break of that critical risk of fire danger that we found ourselves to be in pretty much throughout the majority of this week. And one of the contributing factors towards that is going to be this high pressure system that's going to begin to shift its way further off towards the east, and that's going to create that more strong southeasterly flow of our winds, again increasing our moisture and humidity, and that's also going to give us a change of our wind direction, eventually more strongly coming in from that southeasterly direction. And we'll also see our winds continue to be going at a low pace, decreasing continuously overnight towards the single digits, then increasing ahead for tomorrow afternoon, maybe topping out towards around 20 miles an hour, 21 miles an hour for our wind speeds for tomorrow afternoon. But looking at our Muggy meter, we can see that increase of moisture and humidity coming into play as we look ahead towards this weekend, even towards the early part of next week. And that's, again, going to be related towards our potential of our rain chances coming back in the forecast. Now, it's not looking like anything of a washout right now. Models aren't really agreeing that we may miss out potentially on this rainfall opportunity, at least for this upcoming weekend on Sunday. It's not looking super promising, but I'm thinking our best chance maybe get some shower activity in the coastal bend really looks to be to the early part of next week or really midweek looking ahead towards your Wednesday. So we just got to cross our fingers because, of course, any rainfall that we get in this forecast is going to help us out immensely.
As spring approaches and with drought restrictions ongoing, caring for our lawn is uncertain for some. I'm Melissa Trevino, your neighborhood news reporter in Alice, learning what you can do to help keep a nice yard throughout it all.
You're watching Chris 6, part of the Scripps News Group.
I'm Melissa Trevino, your neighborhood news reporter in Alice. Caring for our plants and lawns has become a daunting task. I spoke with a lawn care expert to get a better idea of how to keep our lawns looking good while also following drought restrictions. Amalia Morin has lived on the north side of Alice for more than 50 years. She tells me she loves everything about her neighborhood, but one of her biggest loves is plants.
We don't have as many plants as we used to have, and we just, when the water is restricted, we try to use whatever means leftover water from the dehumidifier.
Amalia, the plant lover, has plans to pick up a few plants less likely to die during droughts.
We just do our best to keep them alive.
I stopped by Landscape Guy and Nursery on East Main Street in Alice to talk to the expert. Ashley Rivera has co-owned the nursery for 8 years. She says the biggest tip for her customers is simple.
Water more in depth to the root versus like an irrigation system that's just on top. I would try to get that root saturated so when the heat comes throughout the day, the grass has that water already.
Rivera cautions all in the coastal bend to not violate water restrictions. Instead, she suggests people in every neighborhood find plants native to South Texas, which include lantanas, yucca rosadas, cactus, and knockout roses.
They tolerate cold weather as well, and after they've been planted and rooted pretty well, I mean, it's literally little to no water.
The Alice business owner also recommends plant lovers find other ways to water plants. It may surprise some, but Rivera does not recommend anyone using water from laundry or mopping floors. The main reason, harsh chemicals. We've been following drought restrictions for months. Click onto christv.com if you need to see a breakdown of do's and don'ts for watering your lawns during this drought. Covering your neighborhood news in Alice, I'm Melissa Trevino, Chris 6 News.
All right, Melissa, thanks for bringing us the latest from Alice. Now, don't go anywhere because we have one more look at the forecast with meteorologist Julia Quady when we come back.
Hey there, welcome back. I'm meteorologist Julia Quady giving you a last look at your 7-day forecast. Things will be a little bit warmer ahead for tomorrow. Temperatures starting to increase, getting towards the upper 70s, then into the 80s as we look ahead towards this weekend. We'll see moisture also start to rebound and help us out, giving us less fire danger and fire concern as we look ahead towards this upcoming weekend too. And then we'll also see another cold front that's going to pass on through. So, and also, yes, I know you see it, rain chances, especially as we look ahead towards next week.
There's also significance to today because
it is the spring equinox, our first day of spring. So as we start to go ahead each couple of days, we'll get some more sunlight in the forecast.
Thanks for joining us. We're back at 6.